But I'm more worried about like the diversity of that. You know, when I cannot hear like let's say the native language of Lebanon, right? I mean, they speak Arabic, French, but I wanna hear more like Lebanese, and you know, because they have like this particular geographic position. You know, they would create some words that is like more relevant, like as you said, 50 shades or 50 words for snow, just different type. So I'm worried about that. When French came and colonized all of these countries, they brought French for an education system, and what that did to all of those countries, it just destroyed this variety of languages. You know, they all became French. You know, so I'm worried about that one.
But
You
it
know,
also, I mean, look, did it really? Because look at Africa, and everywhere that speaks French kept their language. Can you say that about any English speaking? Like, you know, most of the time, the English destroys it more. Like French people are like, we don't really care if you want to speak your own language. Sometimes if you want to call a thing you invented by its own name, we'll start doing it too. But like, you know, that's why Americans will use a French word for a French thing, because they're like, it is what it is.
we would do the same. You know.
Yeah, like what are you gonna how are you gonna crochet without acting French about it? So like Africans have their own words for things, and they're integrated into a French tongue, so they're able to be like, okay, I'm from like 100 miles away. I speak like Tutsi, and you're, you know, speaking some sort of a Sans dialect, man. Like I don't even know what you're saying. Like parlez-vous français? And then they're just like, oh, ouais, ouais, and then they're able to like share this like. I know my French is funny. It sounds like a trucker from California. I'm like, ouais, bro, yeah, come on, mon confidant. Oh, yeah, I get it. But still, like you can. I mean, that's the other reason I like French from people that aren't. I love French people because I've been to like Nantes, and they speak very special. But you go to Canada and you speak wrong French, they don't mind. And you go to Africa and you speak a little French. I mean, like you'd be surprised how many times I've spoken a Creolic. And it gets by. There's a lot of weird places. And, you know, these other things, when the French went, they made friends. They brought hookers to Canada. They brought all these Moulin Rouge stars and gave them to the Indians as a present. So there's a lot of really pretty French Canadian girls, you know, that are like half Indian.
Like Jen Pretty.
It's a real thing, man. And like in exchange, they got furs. Can you imagine trading beaver for beaver in the 1800s? Like the commodity market was different. But they ended up at a point where Canada was legitimately able to peaceably integrate French into the native tribes. And then the English started, there's a 7-year war. And then the English forced the Treaty of Paris of 1761, or 63, sorry. And it starts to change the way that the colonies, Louisiana's given, Florida's given to England. Spain's given most of New France, and then everything starts to disintegrate into the United States. But up until that point, like there was a whole different kind of United States, and each one of them was different. And you have to also know that in the 1800s there was like steampunk. So Louisiana had, again, they had black governors, they had electric trolleys and cable cars, and they had Morse code and everything else. So it's not like it was just like so long ago, really. It was like a really Louisiana was a very sophisticated place.
Yeah, and we're gonna go there one day, me and Fedor, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
But have you ever been to Jamaica, Andreas?
So weird that I haven't been to Jamaica, man. I mean, I've had Jamaican expats around me all my life. They've been sent to California and apparently New Jersey. I call you an expat.
Yeah, not an expat at all, but. Yeah, I'm going.
You're born and bred.
I'm going on Tuesday, and I don't even know what to look for. You know, I've been having this issue with my parents of like they never taught me how to speak with like a patois, and I
regret. You're busted.
Yeah, I feel just like right, I don't have the essence of it. And
dress like one of the Jamaican dudes who wear like a collared shirt and a V-neck sweater. And glasses. Just act like one of the super nerds.
Yeah, like the nerds, right?
Yeah, because they have a lot of them. They have really British Jamaicans. Yeah. Like it's another side to it. It's actually the anti-British reaction isn't even a Jamaican idea. It's because there were sailors that were Scottish. You know, like Peter Tosh, right? Who taught Bob Marley how to play guitar. He's Macintosh, and so you have this very sailor Scotch swag. So I would also say watch Pirates of the Caribbean and just use a bunch of their terms, or watch Red X, the documentary, because I watched that enough times. I learned how to understand my friends, because all these dudes that came from the 80s, there were people being killed in gangs in Jamaica and stuff, and they ended up in California for some reason. And so I knew a bunch of Jamaicans, and like, dude, they learned how to talk, to a point that they could be understood, but it was a long time coming. And so like I'd have to watch subtitles on Bob Marley era. Have you seen The Harder They Come? Have you seen that movie yet?
No.
Watch some Jamaican movies from the 60s, Mon. That'll help.
All right.
Probably.
All right.
Yeah.
Check it out.
But what are you planning on seeing when you get there?
It's my grandmother's funeral. She just died.
Oh.
2 weeks ago.
That's a weird, weird
so
skill.
I plan on seeing a dead body, but other than that, though,
way to make it all Santeria and weird about it.
Yeah, well, nothing really bothers me except for a damsel in distress. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna
say oppression. We're running some classes in oppression and damsels in distress.
But no, I'm gonna try to explore. It's been a weird situation for me, because I've been trying to ask all my family members, like, yeah, how can I just be more Jamaican? I just want to blend in, because I've been doing that in other countries I go to. I learn the language before I go, do some research. But for my own country, the country that my parents come from, I can't do it. Like, all my family's like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. No, just speak like you are, Oh, Jamaica's too dangerous. Don't do anything. And I was like, what? What kind of bullshit is that? No, yeah, Jamaica's not any more dangerous than all these other countries I've been to.
But dress funny. Always wear a wife beater or tank top is the way tankies wear it. And then have a rip in your shirt, and always carry a liter bottle of beer, even if it's empty. Just carry it with you to the next liquor store so you can get it changed. Because you can always beat someone over the head with. I'm serious. Like, you will never. And also, dude, like, this is legal knuckle ring. Just like, really, you want to take someone out? Like, wear enough jewelry to really punch someone in the face. But in general, you're probably safe, because if you're going with family into a funeral, God, I hope no one causes a fight with you there. Just like, careful. Look into it before you pick up chicks at a funeral, because they're usually related. So always be careful with that. But otherwise, you're probably set. Sounds like it's a good situation.
Yeah, we'll see. New territory, I haven't been there since I was a kid, so.
Write a song, man. Write a poem. Write a poem.
I might write a reggae song,
That's what to do, but I got reggae songs I used to do it. Brother Snowman. That's not very reggae.